Well, New York is a great place because you always meet people that want to do things. And I met this producer, Kyle Fisher, and we worked on an installation together, and at some point he said, let's do a record.
This is Eric Kaiser. We're here in New York City for D-Mode Magazine to see Seb Leon's first concert at the Tribeca Grand Hotel, Cranes of Glitter.
It's a record about the city. It's a record about New York. I was always fascinated by American folk instruments, the banjo, the harmonica, the steel guitar, all these things. And I wanted to bring them to another sound, because we don't have these instruments in France. I wanted to add some kind of post-industrial vibe to them, so pedals and all this stuff. The lyrics are very tight. They're very, I try to use as few words as possible. They're all about the city. They're all about New York and my experience in New York. I've been here for 10 years. And the music is more like a folk music, maybe new folk music.
So this is the album, Cranes of Glitter. And it's an awesome album cover. But what I like even about it more is the big surprise inside. And I'm going to open this one because it just gets better. Look, it's downloadable from iTunes, first off. That's from where I got my copy. So you open this up. You've got this great visual inside. And then the real surprise is the album. How does that look?
It reminded me, so I said we recorded in a church, and when you go to church, the priest breaks the sacrament and gives it to you. So that's the allegory of the record. I just wanted to make a record because it's a very physical proof of my music. It's very acoustic, very much like my music. The guitar that I play with on the record is a different guitar. It's a vintage guitar that I found on eBay. Right. As I was working on an installation job, I bought this old guitar. I was like, wow, this guitar sounds great. I have to keep it for myself. It was a job for a client, but this guitar was like, this guitar is for me. And we did the whole record in 3 months, from writing to producing to recording, 3 months.
What was your favorite part about the process? Because you shifted from art now, and you just went into another form of art, which is your music, which is a natural sort of transition to a degree. Yeah. But there is a real high in doing what you're doing, and I want to know what your favorite part about it was.
Well, the part that I love about music and performances in particular is that it's very different from my work. In my work, I control everything. I create spaces and installations or print. What you see it's a finished product. Whereas here, it's performance. It's the nature of performance is that you can't control what's going to happen. So for me, it's a very new kind of experience. The performance is great. It's right now. This is the guitar, so it's not plugged in, but it's a Irish guitar. Kyle's a great producer in the sense that he likes the process of making music. So that's what's great about working with him, is that he didn't really expect a result, but he expected the process to happen. And that's great when you work with someone like that, who's able to discover and experiment. We composed some music in the studio as we were recording, which is, it's pretty great. I'll tell you who I like as musicians that maybe inspire the way I sing, maybe. I love David Bowie, obviously.
Fantastic.
And I love Lou Reed and Iggy Pop and Bob Dylan. That's, classic references. It was all over the headlines, from the Times to the New Yorker. Voiceless in Metropolis, shameless in Metropolis.
Listen, best of luck to you. Always great to see you.
My pleasure. Rain bounces on your eyelids, your cheeks, and your chin. Standing still in the middle of lights and traffic. Observing each other in the night like in mirrors. Observing each other in the night like in mirrors. Ups and downs.